The good news is that most of your cargo will be recovered, and you'll have the opportunity to retrieve the rest from the wreckage.
Welcome to MojoPlays. Today, we're looking at everything we know about Skull and Bones.
Obtain blueprints and use your refined resources to craft stronger ships, weapons, and armors.
Assuming that it still actually releases, that is.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Release date.
So damn slow!
It's official. After years of tumultuous development, Skull and Bones has been given a release date, November 8th, 2022. We're sure everybody was surprised to see its release date announced this summer, and so soon, especially as it languished for so long. But allegedly, it will finally be available on PS5, Xbox Series, PC, and Google Stadia this fall. It's not coming to last gen anymore, which isn't surprising given we're now 2 years into 9th generation consoles, but it's interesting to see Ubisoft ditch the consoles the game was originally slated to release for. There's also still, supposedly, a live-action TV show based on the game in the works, though it was announced in 2019, and we've heard no more news since then. Development hell.
But as you progress, you'll be able to craft different ships, each with their own unique playstyle.
Few games are as infamous as Skull and Bones for the amount of time it spent wasting away in development hell. When it does release, it's going to end up alongside other troubled games like Duke Nukem Forever and Aliens Colonial Marines, though hopefully it'll be better than they were.
And I'm very proud to represent Singapore, Southeast Asia, and release a AAA game, yeah.
We still don't know the whole story of the game's development, and perhaps never will, but it's been a major topic of conversation during Ubisoft's slow fall from grace. In 2020, allegations of misconduct, harassment, and discrimination were made against some of Ubisoft's top developers and executives, leading to many resignations and yet another change in direction for Skull and Bones.
We've been working very closely with our community to refine our game, and as we gear up to launch, we'll be doing more of this.
Setting.
Provision for your expeditions at sea, pick up contracts, and socialize with other players.
One of the things changed in Skull and Bones' most recent development restart was the setting. Originally, it was envisioned as a simple expansion for Assassin's Creed 4. The naval combat in that game was fun and popular, but it always felt a little out of place in Assassin's Creed. So, Ubisoft set about reworking it for a standalone pirate title, and as such, it was originally set to take place in the Caribbean.
At sea, you'll need to pay close attention to the condition of your ship and the morale of your crew.
For whatever reason, this was ditched, and after a few more changes, the final setting is the Indian Ocean. It's an interesting choice for a pirate game, but makes sense considering Ubisoft Singapore is the lead studio. However, it's not clear whether it will have a story, with developers in interviews saying that the players will make their own.
As a pirate captain, your reputation is everything, and our game tracks this through infamy. The higher your infamy, the more opportunities you'll get.
Character creator.
Any pirate worth their salt will tell you that preparation is key to success.
Since it's a primarily online game, it'll have to have some sort of character creator. Ubisoft hasn't given too many hints about this, but they clearly want players to create their pirate lord in their own image. This is in stark contrast to the other huge online pirate game Skull and Bones has been inevitably compared to for years, Sea of Thieves, where you pick a randomly generated model and can't customize them beyond their outfit.
After surviving a shipwreck, you begin your adventure in St. Anne.
Skull and Bones will also seemingly have first and third person gameplay. We've seen first person sailing, but third person exploration of various pirate dens. Whether it's tied to certain locations and activities or as a toggle is yet to be seen.
Personalize your individual look with outfits that command respect.
Crafting.
Dens are centers of pirate activity. where you can craft new ships and equipment.
It wouldn't be an Ubisoft open world game without a crafting system, regardless of if crafting actually makes sense. And in Skull and Bones, you'll be able to craft entire pirate ships of various types. Though pirates in real life always just stole their ships from privateers, the military, merchants, or even slavers, in Skull and Bones, the pirates must have a legion of expert shipbuilders living on their isolated islands.
Obtain blueprints and use your refined resources to craft stronger ships, weapons, and armors.
You're also going to be able to gather crafting resources from around the map, including by hunting and killing wildlife. You certainly have to be self-sufficient if you're going to be the devil on the high seas.
Synergize your different playstyles, ships, and weapons to defeat deadlier enemies.
Ship type.
But as you progress, you'll be able to craft different ships, each with their own unique playstyle.
Sticking with the ships, there are various types of ships you'll be able to make use of. Some of the ones we've seen so far are cargo ships, navigation ships, and firepower ships, which prioritize storage space, speed and maneuverability, and combat respectively. You're going to be building a fleet of ships that you can use in exploration and combat encounters, rather than choosing just one ship type as a build and sticking with it.
Strategize a plan of attack based on your opponent's defenses and take advantage of their weak points to deal more damage.
Ubisoft has also discussed the customizability of your ship's weapons and armor, including the ability to build Greek fire, a weapon notably used by the Byzantines. If your ship sinks, you'll keep about half the cargo and the rest will be waiting for you in the sea to reclaim, if you dare.
Keep your eyes peeled for outposts, which are safe spots where you'll be able to dock your ship for a short rest from the perilous seas.
Wildlife.
Lagoons and rivers are teeming with dangerous wildlife that you can hunt for animal skins and meat.
There's going to be a lot of wildlife around the in-game world, which you can hunt. Some of the things we've seen so far are crocodiles and hippos, both formidable beasts, as well as plenty of sharks. We're not sure what other animals will appear, though the Indian Ocean and its surrounding coastlines are extremely diverse and have rich possibilities. We might even be able to encounter tigers and elephants in this part of South Asia. However, there's one piece of megafauna that we haven't seen since one of the earliest trailers: the Kraken. A Kraken was seen in the E3 2017 trailer, and it's not clear if the direction of the game has changed so much that it won't feature anymore. Morale.
Sinking your foes from afar rewards you with only a portion of their cargo, as some of it will be lost to the depths. Getting in close to execute a boarding maneuver will help maximize your gains.
Unlike Sea of Thieves, you're going to have a large crew of NPCs to man your ship. This is again similar to the single-player naval combat we've seen throughout Assassin's Creed, where you have a crew you can customize. It's set to be a little different, however, with some sort of morale system. Ubisoft has been cagey with the details, but have said that you'll need to keep your crew happy.
At sea, you'll need to pay close attention to the condition of your ship and the morale of your crew.
When you're not in a combat encounter, your crew morale will slowly decline, and it'll also decline when you don't cook enough food for them. Hopefully, the game won't quickly devolve into grinding for meat to cook food to stop your crew from planning a mutiny.
Your crew are a pack of vicious raiders and rovers who will mutiny against you, if not kept well-fed and happy.
Infamy.
One of the many ways to grow your infamy is to take up contracts. These are deals that you can make with other pirates in the world.
This is what Ubisoft is calling their leveling system this time around. Over time playing, you'll gain infamy, which will increase the contracts you'll be offered. Higher infamy leads to harder but more rewarding contracts, and potentially more interesting ones. There are apparently 10 tiers of infamy, and with each level, you'll increase your access to weapons, armor, and cosmetics, as well as missions.
So let's try to head back across the
yeah, I'm just trying to clear
the
the
Dead Man's Strait. You see anyone? Is it safe? I've got the oil. I don't want to lose it.
In Sea of Thieves, there's a similar system by which you earn reputation. which is different for every company you do missions for, up to a cap of 50. It sounds pretty similar so far, though it's not clear how long it'll take to max out your Infamy since it only has 10 tiers.
Here, you can trade with traveling merchants and clandestine smugglers selling rare and illegal goods.
PvP.
If you enjoy the thrill of the hunt, you can also seek out other players and rain terror on them.
The big question on everyone's minds has been how the PvP will work. Well, don't worry. If you're not someone who enjoys PvP on the open seas, it's an opt-in mode on a separate server. That means that if you just want to sail with your friends without getting griefed, you can absolutely do that. On the other hand, if you want to do the griefing, then you can do the PvP to your heart's content.
The good news is that most of your cargo will be recovered, and you'll have the opportunity to retrieve the rest from the wreckage.
But you'll still have plenty of enemy ships to contend with even in PvE, as you can get hunted down and attacked by powerful privateers. You can also play the game either single player or co-op, though developers have stressed that it's more fun co-op, and that's how it's intended to be played.
With your new fleet and growing arsenal, create a loadout based on your personal playstyle to become a force of destruction.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, there's more where that came from.